Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Afridi. I teach in the Religious Studies Department, Islam and the Holocaust. I'm also director of the Holocaust, Genocide, and Interfaith Education Center. So, as a former speaker of Agape Latte, I was asked to do a video for you, and I'm happy to do it. And I want to say hello from my home in New York, from my third floor, where my tiny little office, where I spend most of my days working, writing, and virtually trying to help communities connect with each other, network with each other. And I also like to chat with you about three things that I find very important to think about, and perhaps things you and I could do during this time. Because we are Lasallians, and our mission is about social justice, helping others, accepting others for who they are, more importantly, being in a community that cares for one another as Lasallians, and especially right now for all of you students and for our colleagues, meaning my colleagues and the administration that are just doing such a phenomenal job in trying to normalize what we can virtually and also academically. So a round of applause to all those people and yourselves. I know some of you don't like distance learning. Some of you like it. I think we're just trying to accommodate and do whatever we can. But, I just wanted to share some reflections with you about what I was thinking. I'm right now technically in sabbatical, so I'm writing a new book, and I'm also just finished a second grant for the center and taking care of my family and doing whatever I can to be an essential human being at this time. And sometimes it's not easy to feel crucial and essential for all of us. So I'm going to read you something I wrote, a short piece, and it's about time filling us versus filling our time. And I think this is a good moment for us to think about how we think of our time, what we do with our time, and how important our time is to us. The stillness of time grips us deeply, chiseled away from the busy schedules of meetings, walking in and out of strange doors, coffee in the office or in Starbucks, hallway gossip, seeing your colleagues' faces and those tender young ones that I see so often sit in front of me. As I pontificate the academic content and discussion of my expert material. Perhaps I thought, I should have spent more time discussing the meaning of life or a pandemic so that the young, restless minds could grapple with death and closure a bit easier. And mind you, those of you who've taken classes with me, I talk about meaning and life and death and existence. So I have done that. But then I thought, what does it mean to ease oneself in the house, alone or full, is an uncanny feeling. Home, like my home, this is where I live. But do I really live here? In our homes, or just pay the rent and mortgage? As guests who travel in and out of the doors like clockwork, and most of you are probably at home with your parents or with your families, and are probably either commuters or people who stay in the dorms and are kind of feeling, hey, where am I right now? I'm at my parents' house. As the world closes its borders and travels around the world, we sit here in anguish, wishing we lived in a place where there was no social distancing. But we realize there is no such place, and there is no exit. For me, there is no Venice, Berlin, Paris, London, Karachi, Sarajevo, Athens to escape to. And some of you know I travel a lot. We have to live in a place we live in and have a home. We're all here together and we sit still, waiting for schools to reopen, rearrange our duties in the house, make sure we have lots of food, clean the house, check on our toilet paper. What do we make of this isolation, I ask? Perhaps a good time to read? Lie with your family, your loved ones in bed, watching a movie, playing a game? Grilling away distantly in parks? Walking with your partner under the open sky where the virus cannot sustain, it seems. Don't touch your face. Don't cough, sneeze, and don't panic. What do we panic from? Work or too little to do? I think, my fellow Lasallians, we are addicted to work, crisis, and routines. This hope will be, in retrospect, I think, a good exercise on who we are and how we react, what we do when nothing seems accessible and certain. Breathe, relax, I say. Time stands never still, it still is moving. Remember, we will fill up our time like it is a vessel. We fill it up with calendars, meetings, trips, appointments, make up most of our lives. But today, none of this is important. But what's precious is your health and the love of those who have chosen to journey with in life. What can we do? We can be essential beings by creating new and innovative ways for our communities to survive. Sometimes during this crisis, I have felt, why wasn't I a health worker? Why wasn't I a doctor, medical doctor? I could have gone there and helped someone. The feeling of being helpless is very hard. But we can make masks. I made one. You need a piece of cloth, 2 hairbands or a rubber band. You could donate food to food pantries. You could cook for food pantries. You could help feed hospital patients through creating a GoFund page or a donation page. For large orders, you could call restaurants and help them and their employees. You can reach out to old folks. Yes, old folks that you may not want to talk to, but they need you. You can make phone calls. You can tutor online young kids. You could help a friend by being there. You can host a virtual meeting to assign each other to useful ways of helping one another. There are many things you can do because all of us are essential in some ways. What can we feel during these times? I asked. I feel gratitude. Here I am. I have a roof over my head. I still get a salary. Food is in the fridge, and my family downstairs is safe. Gratitude is how we can overcome so many challenges of being in lockdown or seeing others pass away or get sick. And I know many of you have people who are sick, and I pray for those, and I pray for their recovery. But be thankful that you have the ability to watch this, be part of a community, be a Jasper. Finally, I want to say that even though you wake up feeling that you are trapped, you're not. Things are standing still for everybody. You miss your friends, you miss your school, and I do. I miss my friends, I miss my college, and the life that I built and relied on, just like you. Some of you sad with no time to celebrate your wonderful achievements and, oh my God, graduation. What a disappointment. But there will be time made to celebrate. There will be time made to celebrate your achievements. But remember that even though we all struggle in this together, and I certainly struggle a lot, you will be strong enough never to completely fall. I promise you. Be safe, and I miss you, and I hope that we will see each other soon. Just remember, stay home and save lives. Thank you.